So To Lose Control came into my head about 2 years ago, based on my own experiences, my own life. About 80% of the script is true, and I decided to put pen to paper about 2 years ago and start writing out the first draft for the script. It's taken a long time. I think draft 5 we ended up finishing on, because I wanted to get it right. It was important for me to get this film right, get the message right. For me, the film is about raising more awareness of this mental illness. So being a self-shooter and editor, it's very important, especially for my previous shorts and my previous work that I've done. It's been a godsend really, because you haven't had to rely on other people, you know, to get it shot for you or to get it cut for you. So I was told from an early start of my career to learn how to operate cameras, learn how to cut footage, and it's been the best advice I've ever been given, because I can get home and I can start cutting footage together, even start logging clips. Again, I don't have to rely on a post house or somebody to do it for me. So my advice would be, yeah, to not so much master the crafts of camera work or editing, but definitely know the basics. Visionworks Television were the first people to give me a break when I first came over here in 2008. They trained me up on the cameras. I used to cut footage for them. I went to Africa, shot documentaries for them. So for me, this is a way of giving back to Visionworks, in the sense that, okay, I do run my own scattered images, but for me it was, no, this needs to be Visionworks Television. And again, it was for me to just to let myself, you know, just to solely concentrate on my directing. You know, have a production company come on board and just let me be the director and let them run the production side of things. I could let go of certain departments like my camera work, which I'm very, very protective of and very precious of. I had a great DP on board, Jim Crone, who I've been itching to work with for a long time now.
Well, obviously Marty had seen a lot of my work, and he made contact, and it was fantastic news for me, because it was, as it turned out, it was one of the best projects that I'd been involved in during the year. So it was absolutely fantastic for him to think of me. Whenever I read the script, the gravitas in the writing was one thing, but then of course Marty's such a fabulous filmmaker himself and cinematographer, that added a lot of pressure. So I was not only dealing with the subject matter and Marty as a director, but obviously Marty looking over my shoulder as a cinematographer. But it kind of introduced a dynamic that I thought worked really well. The look of the film and the style of shooting really was driven by Marty's requirement to not do any fancy shots, any frills, no tracks, no steady cam. Most of it was handheld, which really helped keep the pace up, because there was a lot of intense days during that particular week, and handheld, without any of the normal kind of fancy shots and frill shots. It would have actually taken away from the gravitas of the subject matter of the script. My overall experience on hindsight was one of, yes, being under pressure but still enjoying it, which is the mark of being on a great production.
So I was spoilt on this one. I was very, very spoilt, and because it was drama as well, as a genre, I needed to be there with the actors 100% of the time, next to the monitor, next to the actors, giving feedback whenever they wanted it. So for me, I've been, you know, I'll cherish this moment. It's the first time in my career, my indie career, where I've been able just to solely direct the project. And for me, you know, Chris Simpson's character, the lead character all the way through the film, his spine is, he just wants to get fixed. It's simple as, all the way through the film is, he wants to get fixed, he wants to get cured of this mental illness, and that's what, from start to finish, is what the film's all about.
It's in my head. And I can't get that image out of there.
So you're getting flashbacks then?
Yes.
I suppose the day when we did flashback scenes, which were kind of like the crux of the film, that was amazing. Like, we rocked up in this quarry, built a military point, and just kind of, and it was a nice sense of satisfaction because we helped build the set, and then we acted in the set, and then we helped take it down. So it was kind of that, there was that moments, and obviously getting blown up and boys with toys and guns and things like that. That was a highlight of it. But I couldn't really pick out anything. I think everybody in this film has been so nice to work with, and I know everybody kind of says that, but this is the first film where I've worked on where there hasn't been an arsehole. And you kind of get worried then, because then you kind of go, am I the arsehole? But yeah, so I've really enjoyed it so much, you know.
I got involved with To Lose Control. I think it was Marty approached me, and then I met Chris Patrick Simpson, who is the star, and we met and we talked about this project, and I met Marty, and I was just very, very intrigued. I love the chance to collaborate with people. I love the fact that Marty has absolute faith and is sure about his position and his role. But when you have strength like that, you're open to ideas. You don't hold on. I think it's a vital story to get told. I think what's very interesting about this, and as Marty would say, he went through such a journey with this. He comes from obviously an elite military background, for which, if you like, failure or seeing to be breaking down is considered almost less than manly. I would say we need to look as human beings about our strengths and our weaknesses. And without sounding soft about it, there are times when you know, cannot cope with the burden that you've been given, and that you have to find the appropriate help.
For me, the film's about raising awareness of the illness, and also about encouraging people to come forward and to gain that help, which sometimes it's very hard to motivate yourself to do. But I'm hoping the message communicated well to the audience, but you can only make it, and I always say suck it and see, so.